Now, Amanda Todd joins a long list of teens who have taken their own lives. You may remember an American teenager by the name of Megan Meyer. Now, she killed herself after being bullied online on the website MySpace. Now, Megan was 13 when she began corresponding with someone she thought was a teenage boy by the name of Josh Evans. It began as a flirtation, but it ended with Josh sending incredibly mean messages. One of them said it would be better off, the world would be better off if she were dead. Now, it turned out Josh was really a neighbor named Lori Evans, the mother of a former friend of Megan's. The 47-year-old was convicted of computer fraud and abuse, but the conviction was overturned on appeal. Well, Megan's mother, Tina Meyer, is now an anti-bullying advocate. She joins us via Skype from Chesterfield, Missouri. So, Tina, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, I'm going to begin with a difficult subject matter because Tuesday will mark 6 years since your daughter took her own life. And with that anniversary in mind and the Amanda Todd story now coming to light, how does this all affect you and hit you as a mother that has gone through such a difficult time with her own version of the story?
You know, when I found out about Amanda, initially when I'm at work and I encounter these situations happening, you read the story and your heart instantly breaks. And then last evening, I sat in the office with the door closed at about 8 o'clock at night, and I watched the video of Amanda, and I watched all of the things, and literally the emotions were overwhelming because I look at this beautiful young girl who was struggling so much. And it's so much like my daughter Megan and so many other teens around this world that it absolutely breaks my heart that they think that there's nobody out there that cares or understands them. And then knowing the pain she went through, and now unfortunately the pain that this family and their friends have to go through, which what we go through every day. I mean, there's not many times people think it's going to be 6 years, don't you? You know, with the work that you do every day, isn't it where you work through it and kind of get past it? There's never a day that I will get past the loss of Megan. Never. I will take my last breath and I will still miss her as much as I missed her the moment she's gone. And we just try to do the best that we can. I try to work through it. I try to use this awareness to help educate other children so that we don't lose children like Amanda, because her life was way too valuable. She had too much to give.
Now, your daughter was the victim of cyberbullying. You and I, and many people who are watching us right now, are aware of bullying through their own time in school, but cyberbullying is a fairly new phenomenon. What makes it different, Tina?
The difference is that as bullying, it's a face-to-face encounter. And yes, a few people around, maybe part of the school might know about it. But when you now take it to online, you can at least walk away from that. You can go home and get away from it. With online, we are connected 24 hours a day. Children many times sleep with their cell phones plugged in either under their pillow or next to their bed. So if they are being cyberbullied, it never stops. It follows them 24 hours, 7 days a week. And that is where many times they start feeling isolated. They don't want to talk to adults about it because they don't want them to take their cell phone away. They have a real issue with that isolation. And sometimes, depending on the child, who, whatever their circumstances are, if they don't have the coping skills to deal with it or reach out for help, sometimes it can be overwhelming for them. But it's that 24/7, they can never walk away from it or just take a breath.
Now, you have dedicated your life to going to schools now, talking about cyberbullying and what your daughter went through. What is the message you're hoping to get across?
You know, when I go to schools, my biggest message is this. I do tell them about Megan's story. I make her real so that they can connect, but I can't change the past. And so what I try to do is get them to understand that I bring Megan's voice to them. Be Megan's voice. Think about the things that you say when you are face to face. Think about the things that you're texting, that you're putting through social media. Those small words, those things that you do can truly affect another person. Your words can either be used as positive or as negative. If you are doing something that you know in your heart can be construed as mean or negative, don't say them. The lives that we have on the other side, we cannot see what we're feeling, what that other person is feeling. Are they going through a really rough time? Are their parents going through a divorce? Are they living in foster care? What is going on? And when you say those things and you think it's funny and it's a joke and you walk away from it, it truly can affect another person, and it can be devastating at times. And so again, think about the words that you say face to face, and think about what you send through any type of social media or through your cell phone, because at the end of the day, you don't want your words to be used to hurt somebody else.
Now, Tina, I hate to say it, but we are running out of time. But before we let you go, I have to ask this question because there's so many parents who are watching this who don't really have an intimate knowledge of what cyberbullying is even about. What is your advice to parents? How young should they be speaking to their kids about this? What should they be telling their kids about this?
Anytime they can speak to their child and talk to them about stranger danger and about strangers in this world, they need to also then relate it to online. Children under the age of 1 can operate iPads and iTouches. We need to make sure that we talk to them early. Parents need to start very early, stay connected, understand the technology they're giving their children, what its uses are, what your parental controls are. Open conversation is number one. Validating children's feelings, do not brush them off. And truly, at the end of the day, keep computers in open spaces and try to understand the social networking sites they're on. And we'll have a much better wrap on all of this if we start from very early on.
Okay, Tina Meyer, I want to thank you for your time. A very important message, and we will be thinking about you on Tuesday on the anniversary of your own tragedy. So thank you.
I appreciate it.